Hi everybody, I wanted to share with you this tool that I use to practice languages like English, for example. And I subscribe to LanguaTalk mainly because of the AI capabilities. So here, if you go to speak, for example, once you signed in, you can chat about anything, you can do a role play and have a debate with the AI. Okay, there's this AI with cloned voices from original famous speakers, and then you can choose that. So you do that by going to settings, and then you choose your language, the language you want to learn. For example, let's suppose that you want to practice English. You can choose English, what accent you want to have and practice. Let's suppose that American English, and then your level. Okay, I'm gonna choose upper, intermediate, or advanced, and then the days that I want to practice. In this way, I get a reminder every day that I choose here about my practicing, suggestions, and tips on how to use this tool. Let's click on Save Settings, and then you can also go to chat settings. For example, you can decide what mode to use, listen and read, or text only. Listen first, click gray blocks to read. So you listen to the conversation, there's no reading, so there's nothing written, no transcription, or it's grayed out. Then when you click on the gray line, then you reveal what's being said. So I'm gonna just choose listen and read so that I don't have to click over and over again on the gray area. And then here you can choose your AI. It can be John, Liz, Dave. You can choose a man or a girl, whatever you want to choose from here. And you have different choices here. I'm gonna choose Brian. And then for AI model, you can just leave it as it is. V1 is the recommended, the smartest. Then you can have version 2 only if version 1 is not working. And then here, auto record means that as soon as you begin speaking, it's gonna record your voice, and then auto send is gonna send the transcription of your voice to the system. So I don't wanna have auto record. I wanna just begin recording when I want to. And then auto send, no, I wanna send it by myself. Autocorrect, that's okay. It means that the AI is gonna correct what I said, and I'm gonna have the feedback right below of my transcription. So ask me to repeat corrections. That's good, okay, because if you made some mistakes, then the AI is gonna ask you to repeat the phrases. And don't always ask me a question. It could be like that. Then you can choose your interests. For example, I choose business and entrepreneurship, cinema, movies, economics, education. You choose the fields you're interested in. Okay, save. And then in subscription, you can see your subscription. In my case, I have my LanguaPro Unlimited, so that I don't have any limitation in my conversations with the AI. If you get this free subscription, you're gonna have, I think, 75 kind of conversations, okay? But that's enough if you wanna practice for 45 minutes a day, for example. Okay, so on top of the AI, you have access to videos and podcasts. For example, you can click here and choose English level advanced, and then content type, let's say video, and then you can choose a topic. Let's suppose economics, and then you can just click here and you have the video and the transcription. And then if there is something that you don't understand, you can click on the word. Let's suppose that we start playing.
Dr. Friedman, is there an economic system now or historically that has allowed
So you can just pause and repeat the phrase that has allowed
free enterprise alone to determine which direction the economy goes?
Okay, you can use it just to pause and repeat, but you can do that on YouTube, of course. But let's suppose that you don't know this word, determine. Okay, you can click on the word. You get the translation here on the language that you chose for translation on your settings. You can get all of the meanings for that word. For example, to determine, to decide, to establish. Let's suppose that you want to add also establish to your word bank. You can click on the plus sign, or you can save all in one flashcard. You can save all of these words in one flashcard. And you can find similar words. For example, ascertain, establish, decide. Let's suppose that we want to add ascertain, and then you can do it. So this is something
determine
that you can
which direction the economy goes.
In Langua, okay? So you can just listen, repeat, pause. You can decrease the speed of the speech. You can just go and translate part of the whatever you want, and you can add it here and translate it from English into the language that you chose in your settings. So for podcasts, it would be the same. You just click on podcasts and you choose one, for example, English like a native podcast, and then you click on the episode. Then you're going to have the transcription. You can click on play.
Hello and welcome to the English Like a Native podcast. My name is Anna and you're listening to...
Okay, in this case, I think it's a wrong transcription for this podcast. But well, the most important thing that I wanted to share with you was the speak. You click on the speak menu and then on the speak item, and then you can choose a topic. It could be chat about anything, do a role play, have a debate about different topics, or grammar practice. So let's suppose that we want to do a role play. You click here, for example, work and business, social, family, and life. I'm going to choose this, persuading your kid to do their homework. I'm going to choose this one. And then we're going to have...
Mom, I don't want to do my math homework. It's not even important for my future since I want to be a musician anyway. Can I just skip it this time?
So here, the role play, the AI is playing your kid, okay? And then you have to play the mother side. So, Mom, I don't want to do my math homework. It's not even important for my future since I want to be a musician anyway. Can't I just skip it this time? And then you can answer. Although you want to become a musician, it's very important that you have a broad knowledge and culture, because maybe as soon as you start learning to be a musician, you can change your mind, and then you're not gonna have the skills to do some other job. And then you click on send.
But Mom, I can't focus on homework today because my favorite band just dropped a new album and I really need to listen to it right now. Why?
So here you can see that we have the correction. So although you want to become a musician, you get the correction even though you want to become a musician. It is very important that you decide, and then it corrected also, and then you won't have the skill to do the same other job. Okay, and then you click on send. That shouldn't have been recorded. So let's click on check and explain to see why I got those corrections. So you're gonna and not gonna are informal slang contraction that should be you're going to and not going to informal writing. The response is one long run-on sentence that would be clearer if it's split into 2 to 3 separate sentences with proper punctuation. Of course, I'm getting this feedback because this AI transcription thinks that I typed the message. So it didn't get that I'm talking to the AI. And so it says that this is informal speech, but I'm speaking to my kid. So that's gotta be an informal speech. So I'm gonna just drop out these considerations. And then you can go on and reply, but mom, I can't focus on my homework. So let's suppose that you want to practice these phrases. You can just click here on the turtle, okay?
But mom, I can't focus on homework today.
I can't focus on homework today. Okay, and then you can repeat it more several times. I can't focus on homework today.
Because my favorite band just dropped a new album.
Because my favorite band just dropped a new album.
And I really need to listen to it right now.
And I really need to listen to it right now.
Why don't you understand how crucial this is for my musical development?
Why don't you understand how crucial this is for my musical development? Okay, let's suppose that you don't know the meaning of crucial. You can click on the word. You get the translation here. Of course, you would choose your language, and then you would have the translation here. Crucial. You can search for all the meanings. For example, critical, essential, vital. Let's suppose that you want to add these words to your word banks, to your flashcards. Just click on the plus sign, or you can click on save all in one flashcard. Okay? Then you can click here and listen to it.
Crucial.
Crucial, and then you can repeat it.
Crucial.
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 Crucial. So that's one way of using this tool. And of course, you can go on answering. Let's suppose that you don't have any idea what to say. You can click here on the dictionary icon or here on the lamp. And then you can get some suggestion. While I understand your excitement about the new album, your education comes first. You can enjoy the music as a reward after completing your homework. So if you run out of ideas on what to say, then you can send this message. Or you can choose the second one. I appreciate your passion for music, but developing good study habits and maintaining your grades is essential for any career path, including becoming a musician. Okay, I'm going to choose this one and click on say it. If you want to listen to it, you can click on the speaker.
While I understand your excitement about the new album, your education comes first. You can enjoy the music as a reward after completing your homework.
And then if you want to have also the translation, you can click on the translation icon and you can have the translation here. I chose English, okay, as a translation, but you get the idea. If you speak French, you choose French for the translation. If you speak Spanish, you choose your mother tongue. Okay, I'm gonna click on say it. While I understand your excitement about the new album, your education comes first. You can enjoy the music as a reward after completing your homework. And then you click stop. Okay, let's click on the box and then
Mom,
it is
I'm
sent.
too tired to do homework now. I had a really rough day at school and my brain just won't work. Can we talk about this tomorrow when I'm feeling more energetic?
You always say the same thing. You're justifying yourself not to do the homework. Please do your homework and then we talk about it.
But I just found out all my friends are hanging out on Discord right now, and I'll totally miss out on everything if I do homework. Don't you want me to have a social life?
Okay, I think I had enough because I must manage my kids, so this is just to give you an idea. So here I got the correction. You always say the same thing. You're repeating yourself and making excuses. Please do your homework first and then we can talk about it. So that's an alternative to what I said. So I can click here on the pencil to have an alternative way of saying the same thing. So I've heard this excuse before. Getting your work done comes first. We can discuss it after you've finished your assignment. Okay? And then you can click on check and explain if you're not convinced about the corrections and get some explanation about the correction. And you can see here the feedback provides a more concise and natural way to express the same message. While both versions are grammatically correct, no major errors were detected in either version. Okay, so there are no errors, but you have an alternative if you don't like what you said. So after that, if you finish the conversation, you can also click here on the lamp to have, as I told you, to have an alternative if you run out of ideas, and you can practice the phrase, you can say it, and then click on the box to send it. Another thing is you can click here to have the translation. You can translate anything that you want if you need to. For example, let's suppose that you want to say a phrase, but you're at a loss for a word. Then you can translate it here and then use the whole phrase. After you've finished practicing, you click here on the hang up icon, and you can have here I have the message that you've earned 8 points in this chat. Nice work, ready to end the chat. You can okay, and I click end the chat. In reality, I should have received the option to download a report. I'm gonna take it again. You can click here on speak and then history, and you can see here the history. You can click on continue. You can click on edit if you want to change the title, and then I don't know why it didn't give me the report. I'm gonna click again on hang. I don't know why, but maybe because it's too short, but it should have given me the option. I'm gonna show you a previous chat. If I go to history, and for example here you can see the feedback, and you can see all of the feedback that I got from that conversation. And I can click on download this report, download chat transcript, or download combined report and transcript. And here you can see what you did well, areas for improvement, corrections. For example, I take a break every hour, a 5 minutes break, or I take a 5-minute break once an hour, okay? And you can see that you can have this report and you can practice, you can make everything that you want. Another thing is that you can go back here to build my vocabs, and you can click flashcards and vocab. And here you have the words that you've added to from the conversations or from podcasts or video, and then you can choose all of them or some of them, and then you can choose an exercise. For example, recall, just to recall if you remember those words, listen to those words, or produce. So you can see here, see vocab in your own language and try to translate it. I'm going to click on recall. For example, intonation, I'm going to click that I knew it, okay, so that it doesn't repeat that word again for me in a long time. I knew it, Then time-consuming, guessed it correctly. Preparing for the exam was a time-consuming process that required a lot of effort. I can click here and listen to it.
Preparing for the exam was a time-consuming process that required a lot of effort.
Preparing for the exam was a time-consuming process that required a lot of effort. Okay, you can repeat it as many times as you want, and in that case, you get more fluent. And okay, I knew it, and so on. So you can go back to the vocab. Another choice that you have here is to choose vocab AI stories. So all of those words are going to be taken into consideration by the AI to create a story. Okay, so we need to have at least 12 words to create a story. But if we go back to flashcards and vocab, we can choose all of them and then choose an exercise. And let's go and add some more words. Let's see. And we can generate 40 words, for example, related to economics. And now the AI is going to generate 40 words from the economics topic to be added to the flashcard. Okay, I'm going to save to my vocab, or you can choose one by one. Okay, and you have the words now. Let's see if we have the possibility now to do it. So, vocab AI stories. Okay, select the number of words, let's say 12. Select the language, English. Okay, select a voice. I'm going to use Dave, and we're going to create the story. So it can take up to 2 minutes. I'm going to pause the video and see you back when the story is finished.
Sarah Thompson stared at the spreadsheets on her desk, her heart sinking as she reviewed the latest deficit figures. As the main stakeholder in her family's farming business, she knew tough decisions lay ahead. "We can't keep operating like this," she muttered.
Okay, and you get a story here, and then you can read it. Okay, you can go to normal speed here, normal speed, and click
to
for
herself,
example,
running her fingers through her hair.
Running her fingers through her hair.
The commodity prices for corn had dropped significantly.
The commodity prices for corn have dropped significantly.
And their productivity wasn't enough to offset the falling revenue.
And their productivity wasn't enough to offset the falling revenue. Okay, if there are some new words that you don't know, you can click on the word and you do the same. Okay, you can click on plus and add it to your word bank.
Her brother Mike burst into the office, his face flushed with excitement.
Her brother Mike burst into the office, his face flushed with excitement.
"Sarah, I think I found a solution."
"Sarah, I think I found a solution."
Remember that big agricultural corporation that's been trying to buy up local farms?
That's been trying to buy up local farms? Okay, you get the idea. You can, instead of learning the words alone, you can learn those words in context, in a real story. Okay, so you have this story for you, and then you can translate it. You can translate part of the, let's suppose that you just copy this phrase here, and then you paste it here, and then click plus, and you get the translation. And then you can listen to
The
it.
ones trying to create a monopoly in the region.
You can click on switch language. All right, so you see, you have a lot of tools to use with this website, with Langua, to improve your language, to improve your pronunciation. Of course, you don't have any feedback on your pronunciation. You have to listen to yourself. You can record your conversation with the AI with any tool for recording your screen or your audio system, and then you can listen to yourself. Of course, it'd be better if you had the feedback from a professor, okay, so that you can work on it and improve also your pronunciation. In this case, this AI doesn't have this tool. Like, for example, Elsa Speak, it has the pronunciation feedback, which is great. So if you combine Elsa Speak to improve your pronunciation, and you combine this tool, and of course, you have to have conversation with human beings, real people, so that you can practice real time. You won't have the time to think like in here. Here you can pause, but it's a nice practice if you run out of ideas, if you don't have anyone to converse with. So this tool can be a powerful tool. Okay, so I hope that you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Bye.